night, I get to make dinner. The family's gone, and they are expecting me to have dinner hot on the table when they return. And so I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm going to cheat tonight and show you a great way to cheat and end up with a great dinner as well. So let me introduce you to a great new ingredient. Here I have a mix from Mesa Vida. This is a cooking sauce that's been pre-made, and I do like authentic flavors, and I do really enjoy Caribbean food. This is the home of the very, very hot peppers. So usually things are pretty spicy and very, very tasty. And this is all mixed for you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick simmer with some sliced chicken. I have about 2 pounds of sliced chicken here ready to go in the pan. And I've also diced some red pepper to go with that. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the chicken over to the pan, and I've got it preheating over there with some olive oil. We're going to start by just doing a little bit of a saute, see if we can brown it just a little bit on the outside. So I have my sauce pot over here, and I've heated up with some olive oil, and I've put my chicken pieces that I've coarsely diced into the oil, and I'm going to stir it around a little bit and allow it to brown just a little bit on the outside edge. And then we're going to add back the sauce and let it simmer for a while when all the flavors come together. Now, as my chicken is sauteing, I'm going to go ahead and add my chopped bell pepper to this recipe. And I'm going to stir that around with the chicken. And let those bell peppers soften just a little bit as well, along with the chicken. All right, you can see my chicken's cooked just a little bit in the peppers, and now it's time to add our secret ingredient. So this Mesa Vida Caribbean sauce, it just smells lovely. You can smell the Caribbean seasoning in it. It really has an authentic flavor profile to it, and really makes the whole job a lot easier. So I'm going to take the whole jar and add it to my chicken. And I'm also going to add to that about a cup of chicken broth to give it some juice to carry those spices around. And I'm going to turn this down to a simmer and cover it and just let it cook for 45 minutes and let the chicken soften up and cook thoroughly through with the sauce. And we're going to serve it over rice for a quick dinner. Okay, now you can see I've added my chicken broth and my spices paste in here and stirred it all together. Look at that lovely color. Just beautiful. Spicy. So I'm going to turn this down to a low and cover it and set my timer for 45 minutes. Come back and have a look at it. I'm going to maybe at the very end thicken it up just a little bit by taking a lid off and letting some more of the liquid dissipate if necessary. Kind of depends on how much water is in your chicken. Okay, so I'm about halfway through the 45-minute simmering process, and you can see that my chicken is already pretty cooked. I can push on the pieces. I can tell that they're firm. And so now what I want to do is I want to try and thicken this up a little bit. It's still pretty watery if you look at it. And so the sauce has done its purpose, and now I'm going to turn it up just a little bit, get it back to where it's really bubbling and starting to shed some of the water, and that will concentrate the flavors, make it a little bit thicker. When I put it over the rice, we'll have it adhere to the rice. I'm also going to serve with this some broccoli, so I have over here my steamer. I've got my broccoli all steamed. At the last minute, I'm going to saute that in some good quality Casa Situado olive oil with some garlic, and that will be served on the side as the vegetable along with my main dish here. All right, so I'm ready to make my broccoli, and I just opened a brand new bottle of my Casa Situado. This is the Manzanilla. This is a medium-bodied olive oil, and oh, if you could smell how good that smells. It's a brand new bottle, and it just smells delicious. So I'm going to put a whole bunch of olive oil in the bottom of this pan, and to that we're going to add some garlic. And it just so happens that I love garlic, and so I have about 4 cloves of garlic that I've sliced up there. And I'm going to put those into the olive oil. and let it sizzle just a little bit just to get the flavor from the garlic in there. Don't want it to burn. You just want to make sure that the garlic's getting into the oil. Swirl it around a little bit. You should be able to smell the garlic flavor coming out, and then it's time to add my steamed broccoli. So I've steamed it so that it's good and reasonably soft but still crunchy. And we're just gonna keep tossing that around in there. And let it cook for a few more minutes just to get the garlic flavor on there. I'm going to season it with some salt and pepper, and that'll be ready to go. Over here, you see I got my chicken bubbling good. Trying to thicken it up. I got about 5 minutes or so left. And as you can see now, I'm starting to get some of the water out of there. It's starting to get just a little thicker. So it should be just right in about another 5 minutes. All right, so my timer's gone off. And my 45 minutes is up, and you can see now see how nice and thick this is? That's how you want it. You want it to be sort of thick, almost coating the spoon. You see how the chicken is kind of falling apart? So it'll be a nice texture, and so now I think this is ready to go. I'm gonna go get a plate, get some rice, and serve this up. So over here I have my rice cooking in my Zojirushi rice cooker. This is a long grain basmati rice here, and so I'm gonna get a little of that on the plate. All right, we're ready to eat dinner, and boy, I wish you could smell how good this smells. So I've got my Caribbean sauce from Mesa De Vida, and cooked it with some chicken and some broccoli over rice. And we are ready to eat. Enjoy the meal and enjoy my secret recipe.